Like we're gonna be outside soon.
Of course. Look, and this is why I will agree with you. SVG Health, SVG Health. That's the name of the Facebook page, facebook.com/SVG Health. That is the Facebook page for the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and the Environment of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The pinned post at the top right there, it says one and done. It's the last month to get your Sputnik Light COVID-19 vaccine. So which means as March 31st. Ooh, something's happening the day after. All right. And it has, I don't know, it says it's the last month and we're in March.
So we outside. We outside.
But we were always outside.
Is it that?
We
Or
were
is
out-
it that we're gonna be outside where we don't have to wear any masks, whether we're vaccinated or not?
But we already not wearing any masks.
No, well, certain you can't go in certain business places and talk if you don't have a mask.
And they show them make fooling out.
No. What? Fooling us with what?
April 1st is All Fools Day.
It's not a big
They said the
deal.
31st of March.
Right?
All Fools Day.
Well, I'm putting in the 31st of March because it says it's the last month. Month ends on 30 days of September, April, June, November, 31st of March.
Yeah, and then the next day you say, oh, ha, 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 All Fools
Jokes
Day.
on you. That wouldn't be cute. Don't get upset.
I could really do it not wearing a mask anymore.
Yeah,
You don't have to wear the
I'm
mask,
really-
you know. You can walk around
I
maskless.
can't
You
go
can't
into
go in
business
the business
places
places without it.
without masks.
Well,
Even the supermarket requires you to put on a mask.
I mean, even the supermarket.
Yeah.
so the
Even-
supermarket.
I don't wanna-
chop it.
I don't want to mention some of the supermarkets, but some of the major supermarkets you have to put on a mask before you go
No, but it's
inside.
how you say even. Of
Yeah.
course, the supermarkets will require you to wear.
Yeah, so I just
You talk like if it's like a shop on the roadside, like, oh, yeah, we could just jump out and buy 200 banana.
no, because you mentioned that
No
I don't have
restrictions.
to wear a mask.
Oh,
Right. So I'm like, you have to wear a mask. Somewhere essential that I have to wear a mask is in the
all the central
supermarket.
places. All right.
Yeah, right.
Now, that post says hashtag VPL, hashtag Easter 2022, hashtag Summer 2022, hashtag Vincy Mass
We
2020.
outside. And I saw some clips from the VPL. And I saw they were doing some interviews with persons and they didn't have on any mask. I'm like, oh,
Could
I
you,
see
could
some-
you, do you
see
work
some-
with masks?
I see some.
Are you wearing a mask?
No, I'm not.
Do you know how hard it is to have an
I
interview in a
wasn't-
mask?
Well, it was like the interview that I saw, there were three persons close to each other. So,
They all fully vaccinated. That is the purpose.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
so since seeing that I could just provide my vaccination card to go VPL, I should be able to just put it up. Hey, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm fully vaccinated
To go where?
to go in the buildings in town that require me to put on a mask.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
So,
That's not happening.
so you can jump off outside to put on a mask again.
You jump up outside in your mask.
Yeah,
Still, I can't
it's
believe we're
it's
still in this
it's
era.
just pointless now. I just think that we need to just drop this thing
And
and
okay,
just
It
yeah,
has
let us
to
be
be. You
free.
can't drop it.
drop the mask. Well,
Ugh.
ease up on the mask, but the sanity,
hand sanitizers,
Sanitizers,
stations,
yeah.
you know, keep those in
Keep
full
those.
effect. Yeah, some people
because
not.
if you're going to touch all over the place, yeah, just keep
Exactly.
those.
You know, yeah, keep those.
Y'all listen to yourselves.
We don't
Wow.
care.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have 3 active cases. Active
Wait,
cases.
we have 3 now. Is it going on?
Recorded. Keyword there.
Hold on.
Recorded.
Hold on. Posted 17 minutes ago. New PCR cases 0. New rapid antigen 1. Active cases 3. Boosters 3,399. Total vaccines administered 69,358. Deaths still 106. We have 3.
Question.
So you feel comfortable now to drop.
Recorded. Keyword there. Recorded.
Question. Are we still saying that you can have a positive antigen and a negative PCR and vice versa?
Why I feel like we don't gone off for that long time. So
I just
you
want
trying to confuse me again?
No, I just want
But something that I want,
I just want
just a bit sidetracked to our VPL situation. I really think that
Situation.
no, well, not situation,
Oh,
but
I thought
the
something went wrong
opening of
again.
the tournament. I know
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of benefits from it, and I really hope that the proper authorities look into it.
Are
I'm
there,
talking about-
are
I'm
there
talking-
improper authorities? you know, just-
You know, sometimes people go out their way and they do their own stuff. Like for instance, how they had the football situation in Calico. Remember that?
yeah, but that's something totally different. That
Well,
had nothing
well,
to do with
Well,
COVID-19.
I'm not. Well, I'm saying I'm just straying away from from the COVID talk because I feel like we're stressing this too much. We're just going to wake up one morning and then everybody can just be back to normal because it was never under control and we're fighting up with it. Anyhow, back to the VPL. I think that a lot of benefits could come from VPL in terms of engaging the younger generation to be more active in sports. And I feel like we need to look at that. Look at the avenues that are coming from VPL and what we could do here to make things better for us and for our younger generation, especially persons interested in cricket. You know, we have a lot of parks around the place that are not really playing fields that are not really playing fields.
So what are they?
There are places where people just go and they just put the animal, tie the animal them on them. You know what I mean? I feel like we need to.
Playing fields, what are they?
I mean, pastures for people, animal. You know, a lot of persons just go and leave the animals to go on it and what's not. I feel like we need to be more.
Hold on. I'm trying to. I can't tell unless I see like somebody call a goat on a playing field. The most you might see is a dog or a calico playing field. Are they in Annersville on that playing field?
Yeah,
The cows and so on.
yeah.
Moo
Cows are always represented.
Oh, well, I'm not in
Yeah,
Annersville, so you would
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But VPL is really cool, and I think you said proper things in place. I think they learned from last year. Remember last year there was a bit of an issue with the last installment of VPL. I think that they're not gonna go down that road this time. And you remember the photograph with a ton of the people would have been shared on social media several times over, and people were really upset because these people there sitting down, they don't have no mask, they don't have any mask on, and look, certain high profile individuals in there as well, and we outside here are just I think they learned from that, and going forward, I do not expect any hiccups from any of these sporting events going forward. What we're patiently waiting on is, though, what will the new protocols be? Because they said one shot and done. This is your last month to get it.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because April 1st marks the beginning of like Easter festivals or Easter
Do you
festivities.
think that they're just gonna drop it so they could have these events?
Well, we've been pretty low for some time. And if you check out other Caribbean islands, they have eased up on their restrictions. They've eased up a lot. Even in Canada, they're saying as of April 1st, to get into the country, you're not going to need to do the test before you come in anymore. So everywhere else is easing up. Why can't we ease up too? We've been at 3-2,
Probably
very low
because
for a
we-
long time.
We haven't
Well,
reached our
no.
vaccination market. Just saying.
I think you can reach
Remember
that.
that there was a requirement, so probably they're still considering it. Probably they're just pushing stuff out there so that we still know, like, hey guys, go and take the vaccine. You know?
Yes,
One
we are
shot and
not going to reach that.
One
Well,
shot.
the thing is, we were promised so many things last year. We were promised Carnival last year. We saw what
Who promised
happened.
you carnival?
Just say, well, no.
There were flyers and teasers out.
And then COVID spiked and we couldn't do it anymore.
Exactly. So let's say, wait, just
It's
let's,
not their
let's,
fault,
let's
though.
say that we decide to drop the current stuff that is in place at the moment, and then we have a spike again. Doesn't that just cause another chain reaction? We go back to the same place that we were in.
I feel like we're at a point where we need to learn to live with this.
Yeah.
It's been a really long time, and if people feel that they will be better off by taking one shot, the Sputnik Light,
Mhm.
then so be it. If they feel that they want to take the chance with natural
Okay.
products like a turmeric and ginger as a preventative to boost up on your vitamins, on your zinc, on whatever nutrients, your vitamin D, whatever nutrients you want to boost up on before you even contract the virus, possibly, then that is their choice. I think at this point, nobody's really paying attention to the protocols. I'm not saying nobody, but if you look around, the people walking around without masks on their faces. You sit in a van and you see people
Coming into the vans without masks.
and sitting down in the bus without a mask. You see people walking the streets. You see foreigners, tourists, just out and about like nobody's business in Kingstown without a mask on.
I think the scare behind it has already left us as a we're like, okay, so what?
We've I guess reconditioned. We've become comfortable.
With it, and we're like, okay,
But let me tell you
as
something.
long as I sanitize,
I remember. You
I
remember how
drink
the
my
last time we
ginger,
became
my
comfortable?
turmeric, I'm good.
Mhm.
You remember how the last time we became comfortable?
That's what I'm saying.
Spiky.
So if they bring forth this another proposal now where we free up the place, and then there's another spike, and then they spike again, what are we gonna do from there?
Just let the spike to run its course.
Yep.
Let the
Are we
spike
gonna
run
lock
its
back
course.
down?
Nah.
Well, not lock because we weren't officially locked down. But you know,
Actually,
are we gonna be hard on the van drivers again when there's another spike?
We stop being hard on the van
Are we
drivers
gonna-
concerning
Are we,
COVID-19 a while now.
are we gonna not let promoters do their parties? What?
You
what
see
is
the
it?
amount of party flyers coming out now?
Exactly, which
Oh,
means
it's so you.
that there's some level of understanding to this now that hey, COVID is just COVID. We're
Mhm.
back to normal.
Normal-ish. I'll say normal-ish. But here's the thing, too, right?
Just want to survive this.
Here's the thing.
Just want to survive this.
No, I don't know if you remember the very first case of COVID-19 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Oh my goodness me. And you remember how people responded to that?
I was here in the studio.
You're afraid now too?
No, honestly, they have a emergency some
Press conference
conference. I was
at
like,
the
what?
Ministry of Health.
What could that be? Then the lady come on. We have our first case of COVID,
Everybody went crazy.
and that was it.
Everybody went crazy.
Everybody got crazy. Everybody go buy toilet paper, sanitary.
Yeah, but I don't think it would generate that alarm if we get another spike again.
Because we
No, because
have
we-
become accustomed
Yeah,
to
right.
it.
we like 3 spikes.
So
in
right now, what
Three strikes,
exactly are the authorities holding on to? Why they don't want to just say, "Hey, let's free it up"? Is it because they
Okay.
want to have some control
So-
over the situation? Still, even though they don't have control over it, because people are still breaking the rules that they have in place.
Mhm.
So,
The thing
what,
with spikes,
what,
right?
what is holding us back?
The thing with
from going forward?
spikes, they're unpredictable. They're pretty unpredictable. So they would know that every X amount of months, there's a particular wave. So it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down.
Well,
How high it goes up, that is dependent on on the variant, what is happening at the time in the country. The thing about these spikes, it's you do not know how many people might be hospitalized because of COVID-19 or any other virus,
okay.
right? Do we have the capacity at this time? Still, yes, we have a few hospitals that was donated. We have nobody hospitalized for COVID-19, thank God. But do we have the capacity still to deal with increased number of hospitalizations? Still, even though at this time,
So
I
what you're
mean,
saying, you're
we
wondering
should
if we
just
have
we never
we
had.
have equipments in place now. Are we more safeguarded in our mind to say like, hey, we could handle it. If we have a spike again, we have the resources at hand that could deal with it. That's
We
what
do
that's-
have
that's what-
resources, but is it sufficient to deal with over a certain number of people?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So what is generating
the
it
goal.
now? Like, hey, we're gonna open back up. What has changed? What
Mhm.
you understand what I'm saying?
They have to open up at some point. But you know, everybody has a choice at the end of the day. People are walking about without masks, even though the protocols have not been changed as yet. Whenever the protocols are changed, yes, they are suggesting it. Whenever they are changed, whatever they are changed to, that does not mean that you have to stop wearing your mask. That does not mean that you have to run outside and be mixing and mingling with every and anybody. It doesn't mean that you have to stop washing your hands, stop sanitizing.
Right. So what you're
Doesn't
saying
mean
is
that.
that the responsibility now is left for us as a people.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's always been on us. Well, part of the responsibility has been on us.
Right. So
But we will
just
see.
put down all the restrictions now. Let me just go outside.
Listen, I
Don't drop them.
don't drop them.
No.
Ease out. You gotta ease out.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you drop them, then I mean, chaos.
Really?
I don't think
I
so.
don't
think
think
yes.
so. I
It
don't
will
think
be
so.
chaos
I
for
think
events.
no one is actually paying attention to.
Okay, it would be confirmed chaos. That sounds so better.
Take your time.
This
Take
is
your
just my
time.
personal view. I feel like we were expecting more donations from COVID. So we're trying to keep things in place still. You know, it's like, we just hold on to see what else we could get, or any more relief money we could get. So let's continue with this COVID thing. That's just my view.
You make me sound hungry there now.
That's just my view.
Make me
I
sound
feel
real
like
hungry there,
we're
boy.
just trying to hold on. We just hold on to this COVID thing to see, wait, they're gonna give us some money
When
again.
was the
soon.
last time we got something? We got some vaccines. So we before last week,
Exactly.
That
So I
was-
feel like we're just holding on to something.
10,000
We're like
doses.
holding on. Hopefully they'll give us some money this year. But then we realize now, like, hey, everybody else freeing up. Like we just throw these little teasers out there so people can be like, okay, back to regular programming. Just my view.
If you feel like you know those persons who have not been vaccinated, the Ministry of Health say you could just take one dose and done. All right.
After making us wanted to take two. I don't
No, this is a different type
No,
of
it's different.
vaccine. You realize what is happening there, what has happened. Realize that some people, if you look at the figures, the difference between first and second dose, a lot of people are going back for the second dose.
Right. I know when this is my opinion, right? I think if you haven't took the vaccine as yet, well, persons who haven't took the vaccine as yet, I don't think they will ever take it.
You'll be surprised. Some people will.
And I don't
Some
think
folks will.
so. Why,
some
again,
folks
why, why am I going to fight over
I just think that we should have nipped it in the bud because a lot of things were spiraling out with all miscommunication, misinformation, and then people had their own theory on it.
you want to know why? Because remember the whole the unvaccinated the letter. That I say if you're not vaccinated, you can come back to work still. That is incentive. Say I ain't going to take no vaccine anymore. I ain't going to fight it.
For some people, not everybody. Well, left to be seen. Left to be seen, whatever it is. And we've said this from time and time again. Whatever it is, you got to do to protect yourself from any disease, any virus, any ailment, including NCDs. You understand? Ease off on the salt and the excessive sugar.
Someone said wearing a mask is like wearing underwear.
So says somebody who actually wears. I'm trying to understand what that means. Where is that being worn? On the face or normal?
What?
Okay, forget about that.
What?
Forget about that. Final break at the 8 o'clock hour. We're gonna head to the top when we come back, switching things up a bit right here on the wake up call. Y'all wake up. Rise and